Hi, my name is Siddiqi. I am hosting this show twice a week, Dear Siddiqi, to channel the answers to your most heartfelt questions. Think of it as a Dear Abby, or if you're in Australasia, I've heard it called an agony aunt for you, where you can hop on any platform. We're on LinkedIn, we're on Facebook, we're across the board, hoping to bring you some insights into what is happening for you right now in your life, in the world, in your trajectory as a human being on this planet. There's a lot going on. And today I'm going to do two things. One, I'm going to answer some viewer questions because, after all, that's what Dear Siddiqi is about. Me using my insight, my guidance to channel the answers to you. And two, I'm going to start my 2023 predictions for what you can expect in 2023, especially if you're in business, especially if you're an entrepreneur. But the answers are going to apply across the board. So today I'm going to dive into that. And then on Thursday in Australasia, Wednesday in the States, I get it so mixed up. I'm living in New Zealand right now. So we're ahead of you. We're living in the future. So I'm coming to you from the future to tell you what it's going to be like. It's going to be awesome. So Thursday, the next episode, I'm going to just do total predictions for 2023 and really go into depth about how you can finish strong in 2022, what we need to let go of, what we're kicking to the curb in 2022, so that when you start 2023, you have a heads up about what's coming down the pike and you can start to orient yourself towards the new vision for what's possible in 2023 and towards some very, very important trends and choices that are going to be happening for all of us that I'm here to help you be conscious of. Because at the end of the day, I'm here. My name, Siddiqi, means the friend that tells the truth in Arabic, comes from hippie parents from Berkeley, California. And that is what I'm here to do. I'm a channel, I'm a psychic, I'm a medium, I'm an intuitive, I'm a coach. I'm all sorts of things, but today I'm just here as your friend telling you the truth. So meditated a little bit beforehand. I got these awesome questions. I'm going to read them off and then I'm going to answer them for you. And the first one is one that I think a lot of us can relate to. So it says, Dear Siddiqi, I'm hoping that you can help me be able to live and even thrive when my 40-year-old son is struggling greatly with mental health. I feel that I can only and should only be as happy as my least happy child. I know that that's not healthy, but it is what it is. I want to adjust my way of being. And that question is from Barb Orzoko in Illinois. Barb, thank you so much for that question. Really, really appreciate it. She asked it last week during the episode, so I'm here answering it for you now, Barb. I'll tag you so that you make sure that you can listen to this. So when I tune into the question, Barb, and actually the energy under the question, which is, I'm a mom, I have a son, he's struggling with his mental health. I feel like I cannot exceed him in his happiness, and that on some level it is my duty to suffer with him as part of the solution. That is what I'm hearing. It's not healthy, but it is what it is. So Barb, I'm so glad that you asked this question, because just today I got a message from another friend who also has a child that is suffering from a lot of mental illness. And I want you to know that here's my caveat for the Dear Siddiqi show. This is, as Oprah would say, for entertainment and educational purposes only. I am not a healthcare professional. I do have some certifications as a coach, but nothing that certifies me to give you any answers to what's going on in your life. And so take what I say with a grain of salt, take it into consideration. At the end of the day, my answers are coming from my higher self, from a collective consciousness that I channel called UmRay, which means the mother of light. So I'm getting the answers from what I consider to be a higher source. However, at the end of the day, we are all responsible for our own choices. And I am here to help you to discern your intuition, to use your intuition as a muscle to make better choices, different choices, choices that are more aligned with you. So Barb, let me just jump into your question, which you asked last week. So I've taken it into meditation for several days. And as I feel into it, Barb, it's such a pertinent question. There's so much hurt in the world right now. The world's heart is hurting. We are also going through a period of exhaustion and resignation. You've heard it said, the great resignation, generation exhaustion. I've heard these phrases kicked around on social media. And what I want to say is there's a bigger spiritual principle at play here. And it's two parts. Number one, you're human. I know you know this, but I'm just going to remind you of it. And you're doing great at being human. Number two, you are a spiritual being. You are a higher consciousness. You are a creative source energy expressing itself, in the human form. And as such, it is challenging to watch other people that you love and hold dear to struggle. And so one of the things that came to me as I tuned into this question, Barb, is this is the year of choice. This is moving into 2023. It's imperative, crucial that you decide for yourself the level, the barometer of happiness and of joy. It's kind of like 2023 is the year of how much joy can you stand? And that is the amount of joy that you will be able to inhabit, embody, and express. And it's going to test your levels of joy. And one of the ways that it is going to test all of us is that there is going to be a lot of suffering around us. Continued suffering. We've already been suffering. Some of us have been suffering in silence, in isolation, feeling like we are alone, that we are the only ones. And I want you to know, dear ones, dear friends, that your suffering is not sole to you. It is part and partial, not just of the human experience, but what is part of the collective consciousness right now. And yet, there is a decision to be made. And the decision is partially selfish. It may seem to human eyes selfish, but it is truly a taking responsibility of your own choices and realizing that you are never, and you have never been, responsible for anyone else's experience on this planet in this human form. So just take a deep breath, and your mantra is, I am not responsible. And that may seem hard for those of you that are in partnerships, friendships, family members that are struggling with mental health. And yet, does it help for you to go down and struggle with them? Now you have doubled the struggle. I'm thinking of this great cruise that I took with Abraham Hicks back in the day with my sister. What's up, Kate? And Abraham was talking about the principle of suffering, and that when someone else is suffering, it never helps to lower our vibration and meet them where they are, because now you have doubled the low vibrational frequency that you are experiencing by jumping into the deep end and drowning with the other person. Again, I get calls frequently from people asking me questions, and I want you to hear that it comes back to self-suffering, self-sabotage, self-sacrifice. And from a spiritual level, that is not required. That is not necessary. That is not what's being asked for. If you ask the person that is suffering, do you want me to come down there and suffer with you? Do you think that they're going to say yes? No, they're not. They need to feel that you have your feet on the ground and that you are there helping them in their struggle, but not jumping into it with them. So, dear Barb, let yourself off the hook. It doesn't mean that you care for your son any less, that he is suffering, and you give yourself permission to not go there with him. And dear Barb, please understand that this is your own upper limit decision as to how much joy you can stand. And wouldn't you know that you are creating this ripple of impact with your decisions? And so, although we are all responsible for our own decisions, it is also true that our decisions impact and influence others. Nothing that's being said today is revolutionary. It's simply a reminder to choose again, choose again, choose again. And the choice need not be suffering. You need not double any suffering, but you can set yourself free. So Barb, hope that helps. Hope that answers your question. Please, please, please feel free to check back in with us. That question was from the Women in Biz Getting Visible Together Facebook group. Barb, I hope that helped. And thank you so much for your question. I'm sure it helped you, but I also know that it probably helped a lot of other people. And friends, that's what I want you to remember, that when you ask a question, whether it be, in the comment section of this video, or you can ask a question privately to DearSiddiqi@gmail.com. I'll write it in the comment section. When you ask a question, when you are brave, you are also helping other people that have the same issue that maybe didn't have it in them to ask. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Blessings to you, blessings to your son, Barb, and anyone out there who is suffering from any level of mental unrest. Right now, you're not alone. We are with you. We want you to feel that we are with you. And please remember to reach out early and often. And I know, as someone that has suffered a lot of depression in my lifetime, that when you're down, it is so hard to reach out and be vulnerable. I totally get it. And so for those of you that are the safe place for people to go to and just be heard, God bless you. And that's really what we need. We don't need people to fix our problems. We don't need people to solve our problems. We need people to sit with us while we discern for ourselves what is the best path forward. So again, Barb from Illinois, thank you so much for your question. So the next question leads right into part one of my predictions for 2023. And this question is great. It's, what is the energy we are in now? And what is happening in mass consciousness for 2023? Heather Burgett of PR Stars in Santa Monica, California asked that question. Great question, Heather. Thank you so much for asking. And that leads right into my predictions for 2023. So wrapping up 2022, if you go back to the last episode, I talked about letting go of old identities. I gave you a little practice to kind of love and bless the parts of yourself, the people, the places, the things, the situations that no longer serve you, and send them on their way as a part of letting go of who you have been in this past incarnation of yourself, so that you can step into 2023 with a different perspective, with a higher perspective of yourself and what's happening. So let me first answer the first part of Heather's question of what is the energy we are in now. The energy we are in now, Heather, is we are on the struggle bus. We are on the struggle bus. We have been struggling with health problems. We have been struggling with economic problems. We have been struggling with mental illness. We have been struggling with fear, pure, unadulterated fear. We have been struggling with self-doubt. We have been struggling with self-confidence as a mass consciousness. So if you are included in that, you are not alone. But mostly, we have been struggling with our ability to fit into current paradigm structures. which could be a corporate job, which could be your relationship with your spouse, which could be the way you interact with your family. Current paradigm structures. For those that are listening to this, you are paradigm busters. You cannot help yourself but take a sledgehammer to the way it is. And so if that landed you without a job, transitioning in relationships, really identifying and questioning, is this really the way I want it to be? Then you are in the right place at the end of 2022. 2022 is the year that we kept trying to do business as usual in a completely different energetic paradigm. And most of us, myself included, fell flat on our faces with epic struggles to try to make it work. And then on the back end of it not working, beating ourselves up and saying, what's wrong with me? Why am I not further ahead? Why is this not working? And then simultaneously jumping on social media, which is basically like shooting yourself in the foot, looking at everybody else's brilliant, beautiful moments of triumph and judging that you are far behind the curve and on the struggle bus. So if that's you, I want you to lean in and take the transmission of what I'm about to tell you. 2023 is the end of the struggle, period. And it's especially the end of the struggle if you decide that to be true for yourself. So 2023, the energy that we're moving into is a quantum leap forward in terms of the resources, both energetically, internally, externally, that are going to be coming to you when you decide, and it is a decision this time, my friends, when you decide to make a different choice. So you asked me, what is my prediction for 2023? Dear Siddiqi, what's your prediction for 2023? I'm so glad you asked because I've been just downloading this and writing copious notes in my phone, hoping to be able to bring through more than the knowledge of it, more than the words of it, the transmission of what is possible for those of us that are in the leading edge of change, moving into this new quantum field of possibility for 2023. So let me give you the heads up. And remember, you heard it here first on Dear Siddiqi. My first prediction, Heather, for 2023 is that it is the year of no. You heard it here. It's the year of no. And if you're nice and you're from the South and you want to be polite, it's the year of no, thank you. Shonda Rhimes, one of my all-time favorite producers, amazing producer, wrote a book several years ago that I listened to on audio tape called The Year of Yes, where she challenged herself to participate and say yes to everything. And it was life-changing. And that was amazing. And that was then, and this is now. Now is the year of no. No, thank you. Why? Because we have been under the assumption that we need to take what's being dished up. And part of what's in the quantum field right now is this huge, huge care package of goodies that's just waiting to be delivered to your door. The like universal quantum field of Amazon Prime delivery, which I love and I very much miss in New Zealand, by the way. What is it? A country that does not have Amazon Prime? Neanderthals. Anyway, sorry, New Zealand. It is the year of no. It is the year of no, thank you, because it is also the year of taking responsibility for your vibrational frequency and setting and holding a very clear intention of how you want to feel and what you want to experience. Mark my words, no matter what, period. No matter what, this is the year where you set the bar for yourself and for everybody else about what you will and won't tolerate. And so, sweet beings that are listening to this, if you have struggled in the past with boundaries, this is the year where you will be tested. And the best that we, your guides, can tell you as friends that tell you the truth is that this is the year to reconcile what's in your heart. All those old patterns that diminish your brightness, all those old beliefs that have caught you and kept you stuck and spinning your wheels and hiding out and playing small and being a frustrated rock star that really wants to go big. This is the year that when you say no, no, thank you to the people, to the places, to the situations that keep getting served up to you, and you've said yes out of a sense of obligation, out of karma, out of some underlying notion that you should somehow suffer in order to evolve. No, 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 not in 2023. So 2023 is the year to embrace what is in your heart fully and to express it in the world in a new creative way. What does that mean? So again, I said that this was going to be for people in business, and I'm going a little over today because this is a really important message to bring through, to start bringing through. Again, in 2 days from now, I'm going to go into this more completely for 20 minutes, but 2023 is the year of radical self-love, radical different choices, and a completely new set of opportunities when you say no to what no longer serves you, what is no longer a fit, what is not in your heart anymore to do. And the calling for all of us is to tap into and resource from a place of your innermost confidence that you do know what you know. I'm going to call this intuitive adjacent. I'm going to be talking a lot more in 2023 about using your intuition muscle for greater levels of success. But for right now, suffice it to say that the challenge is to love yourself and to tap into that wellspring of confidence that is coming to you and to use it as a point of discernment. So I'll leave it there for today because I want to honor our time. I hope that was helpful. Again, please invite your friends. Please show up to this live. I love seeing your questions. And this is from Barb. She said, it does help. It helps so much. Thank you so much, Barb. We look forward to hearing how it goes for you. And please do keep us in the loop. Once again, my name is Siddiqi Ray. Siddiqi in Arabic means the friend that tells the truth. And I'm here to channel from a very loving place, but sometimes some of us need a little bit of a shake on the shoulders. Let's not kid ourselves. Sometimes it's going to be a little bit like, wake up, friends. And there's going to be a little bit of that in 2023. So take a deep breath, get some water, get your favorite beverage, show up 2 days from now for the next episode of Dear Siddiqi, where I will be focusing purely on what you can do to set yourself up for success, to thrive, and to soar into 2023, because it is truly an energy that we have never, ever had here on the planet. That's what my guides are telling me. And I want to share with you how to prepare yourself for that, how to use it, how to leverage it as a jumping off point, because it's going to be like a slingshot for those of us that really consciously make some different decisions. It's going to be a slingshot into the next dimension of success, of happiness, of joy. And that is truly, truly what is wanted for all of us, is the next level of joy, the next level of peace, the next level of you being you and expressing that in the world. And that is where the success comes from. So thank you for being here. Thank you for tuning in. Please invite your friends. If you have any comments, if you have any questions, you can put them in the comments below, or you can write Dear Siddiqi, that's SIDDIQI @gmail.com. Love you so much. Thank you for tuning in. Have a great day. And thank you, as always, for being in my